Hey everybody, Weil with Blockchain Academics. We're going to go into the recent Bitcoin dip. I hope you guys bought the dip. If you've been watching the YouTube, our recent trading videos, we've told you guys to buy the dip and we went over the technical analysis, like where we think Bitcoin is going to be headed, um, where we think it's going to pull back and all that great stuff. So I'm just going to share this in the Discord so everybody, we can have some people jumping in with us. So just give me 1 second and then we'll get right into it. I hope you guys had some low orders here to catch it. Will Bitcoin go a little bit lower? It's possible. So we're going to take a look at that. Just give me 1 second. There. So I shared the analysis in the Discord. If you are not in our Discord, you can join. So that was my kind of TP that I had, and then it played out pretty on point. So that was before the drop, and now you can see the drop right here. So obviously nobody can tell you exactly where it's going, how low it's going to wick, but that was pretty nasty. Nothing to scare you. We're still holding the uptrend. So let me just post this in videos. Trading BTC. See, and that's when we broke 50K and we worked our way back up. I don't think that was the link. Obviously, nobody can tell you exactly where it's going. Sorry about this, technical difficulties. Okay, let's get started. So you can see that it came into our TP, and you might wonder how I got that. So let's look at the trend on the larger time frame, and we'll work our way down. So I just want to look at the signals first of all. We're still long on the daily MSR. We are long on the 4-hour. We are long, and we've been long on the 4-hour for a long time, since 9650. And we are long on the 1-hour since 38K. And this is perfect buying opportunities when you can buy off the 200 EMA. So let's start from the top now. If we're going to use our Fibonacci extensions, we are very well overextended. This is on bybit. Okay, we'll do Bitstamp quickly, just because I want to see more. And you can see here our target was hit as well. You can see I didn't just draw that, but let's take a look at this together. So remove drawing tools, remove MSR, and let's look at the graph. So I just used the simple Fibonacci retracement and their extensions to figure out where we're going next. If you can see on the bull run in 2017, 2016, 2017, these pullbacks are very normal. Like look at here, 44%, 37%. I mean, and I've showed this over and over again. And the reason I'm doing this video is one, because I have so many people essentially messaging me asking if they should sell their Bitcoin. And they're wondering like why we pulled back. No asset is just going to keep going up. Nothing, even Bitcoin. There's nothing in the whole world that has just went up and up and up that hasn't seen a healthy pullback. These pullbacks are normal. And I'd rather see them like this than just keep going up and overextend and then get that nasty huge pullback. This is a lot healthier for the market. It's in line with our uptrend. So if we take the Fibonacci and we see that it held at the 38.2 retracement level zone, you can see that it reached the extension 61.8. So now we have a red candle. We have the end of this kind of not this uptrend, but this recent move with this huge red candle. So we can pull our fibs from here, from the lowest point from A to B, from your lower high to your higher high. And that's how you use your Fibonacci retracement tool. I mean, a lot of people use it in different ways, but that's how I use it, and it's been working awesome. So we can put this in the daily now, and you can see how this was our lower high right here. So if you know basic market structure, and I can just draw this quickly. Sometimes I forget where all these tools are. So basic market structure, that's your higher high, higher low, break the local high here. We put another higher high, higher low, and that's the uptrend, like that. What we're seeing right here. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So where this uptrend's holding just as we thought. This is perfect. Let's see how much of a down move we got. About 19%, just a little bit under 19%. So we didn't see anything like the 30% we saw here. But I do see very similar like bullish candlestick patterns that we saw here that we're seeing here now. And I wanted to point out, like, we got this large hammer on smaller time frames. So I'm seeing something similar kind of to like this, where we may just keep moving up and then we get that large 30% pullback. So I think that our next targets, if we can clear out of here, would be 66K and then 76K, something 76K, 77K, something along those lines. So these would be my next targets. If we go deeper, you know, into smaller time frames, we can see that this hammer held, or not held, but actually formulated, and it's holding over the 50 EMA. So I want to show you guys more examples of this hammer candlestick. So you can see here on the 1 hour, this hammer candlestick, it finished perfectly. It finished over this red candle, and that is pretty bullish to me, honestly. And see the RSI, we got oversold. But what I wanted to show you guys is the last dump we had. So take a look at this hammer. Take a look at this hammer. And I shared in the Discord, if you don't know what a hammer is, we can kind of scroll quickly. You see the hammer and hammer here. Hammer, hammer. That's more of like a doji right there, actually. But that is what we saw when we dumped at the 30 from the 42 to the 28 region. We saw the hammers, and that's on the 4 hour. After I saw that, I was like pretty convinced we were not going to break this low. So you see this hammer here. Not only that, you have the bullish engulfing candlestick right there, and you can see we tested that, and this was like the perfect long. That was the bottom. That was the perfect long. So I'm seeing something similar here. I'm seeing this large hammer. If we go down on the 1 hour time frame, you can see a beautiful, look at this beautiful, the bulls ate this dip up. Like, this didn't last for long. If we go on to the 15-minute, 3-minute, like, you can see how much buy volume poured in and pushed us back up where we need to be. So I don't think that we will break this low. I don't think we will break this low. Can we break this low? 100%. If we were to break this low, where do I think we were going? I think that we would test the previous high, 41K. But I think that everybody's waiting for this, that we're not going to see that 41K. And some people may think we're going all the way down to 30K. And I just don't know what I did there. But yeah, and some people think we're going all the way down back to test this low, or even test 30K, which I don't think we're doing. I mean, 30K is very close to the all-time high, 20K, and we've just never tested those zones previously, especially that would just break market structure, in my opinion. Coming back all the way down here and breaking this low, I don't think we're going to see that. So the 4 hour is holding very nicely. Every time we get into the 200 EMA, I urge a buy. I urge a buy. Why? And I've showed this on, we can go on the previous videos, you know, all my previous trading Bitcoin videos. And I'm letting you guys know, every time it comes to the 400, or not to the 4 hour 200 EMA, they're awesome buys. We didn't get one right here. But is it possible that we get one here? It is in line. with our previous local high, 42K. So it's not crazy to think that. I've had buys stacked up. I'm actually long. I'm long on what is it, Ethereum? I got my longs. I almost caught the bottom, but nobody will catch the bottom. You know, you have to be all right with that as a trader, that you're not going to catch the bottom. You're not going to catch the top. Are we going to be a few percentages away, maybe a few $100 or a K away if it's Bitcoin? I'm happy with that. With Bitcoin, a lot of my entries didn't. This is like wishful longs, you know, and I just moved these ones up because they're a lot lower, and I just didn't adjust them because I actually just closed a Bitcoin long. Perfect timing. I mean, like I said, I closed it around 55K, and then it went to 56, 57, 58. And that's like a lot of money I left on the table, but where I closed out is higher than this price. So, and now I'm long again, very small long, but I'm going, and I'm happy with that exposure. I mean, especially since Bitcoin's in an up market. And, you know, a lot of people ask me, when are we going to go down? I mean, I don't know. Nobody knows, but you are more likely to follow the trend. And not only follow the trend, you're more likely to, you know, run with the trend. The trend is your friend. And, you know, with Dow theory, one of the tenets, you're not betting on a reversal is less likely going to happen than just following the trend. And right now, the trend, we're in a super bull market. Don't fight it. You know, don't try to make sense of it. Sometimes TA gets blown out of the water. You know, we're doing our best to look at on-chain analysis, technical analysis, and everything that's happening right now to determine where Bitcoin is going. So this candle to me right here, I don't see another push down, especially, you know, coming down into smaller time frames. Like that was a very nice 1 hour close right here on the 15-minute as well. Like these candlestick formations are very bullish. You know what I mean? You had the huge hammer, and then you had the next candle close above this. It's almost, you know, like I do not think we'll break that bottom. I don't think so. Just with this candlestick formation, look at all the volume coming in here. People are waiting for that dip. You think people are going to, I mean, when we broke 30K, people were waiting for the 20K dip, the 23K dip, the 25K dip, and we didn't see that. So people with these types of moves, a lot of people are over leveraged because they see the market going up and they see that, you know, oh, Bitcoin's going to keep going to 60K, 70K. And then they kind of forget that markets need to retrace, that healthy markets do pull back, especially Bitcoin has these very large pullbacks. And people get liquidated. So with these moves, the goal with market makers is people are long here, they're long here, they're long here, they're long here. Maybe people are adding to their longs. You know, if somebody was long here, they're adding here, and I add to my longs. You're supposed to add to your winners. You add here, wherever it may be. And some people do the mistake of adding the most here when they should have had the most contracts down here. And what I'm trying to get to is that the market, it chases over leveraged accounts. This stopped out, and not only stopped out, it liquidated over $1 billion worth of, you know, of positions. And now what it does is it wipes out majority of the, I don't want to say majority, but a lot of the longs that, you know, were long or had tight stops, it swiped you out. So one, it's wiped out the longs. That's the biggest thing. Number two, we are now inducing short sellers because a lot of short sellers and a lot of people have trading plans, which it's important to have a trading plan. And some short sellers that I know is like when it breaks the 2-day low, they'll go short. So if we go 2 days, 1 day, 2 day, you know, we definitely broke that. And some people do it on the day. When it breaks the day's low or the previous day's low, they're going to go short. So what this move does, it induces short sellers. So it removes long sellers, it induces short sellers, and then it swings the other way. So long sellers and short sellers are out of this move. Shorts get smashed, longs got liquidated, and then it continues to go up. So what's the goal? It's to have low leveraged positions. And you don't need to worry about, you know, getting liquidated or a huge pullback. You should also be using stop losses. So my analysis my quick analysis is that I don't think this low is going to break. I really don't think this low is going to break just by how this candlestick was formed. I think that we're going to keep going up to 66K, 76K, and then we'll have our major pullback. What's the major pullback going to look like? If we reach 76K, the major pullback can be all the way to test the slow. And like, that would be awesome. I mean, it wouldn't be awesome, but like a technical aspect, I can see that, and that's literally what I had on the Discord. So you can see I had that, take the TP, break. I went a lot lower, come back up to our TP, and then break back down on that large 30% pullback. And you can see it's kind of playing out the way I think it's going to play out. If we got that large 30% pullback at 66K, we would be seeing around this region. If we went 40%, we would be testing the low 41K, which is where I think Bitcoin would be going, like at its lowest. I don't think we're breaking 40K. Maybe 39K we get that wick, but I don't think we'll see Bitcoin traded under 40K this year. And that's with average buy of Bitcoin raising up very quick. The participants of Bitcoin users raising up very quick. A lot of newcomers are coming in and buying Bitcoin. The average bought Bitcoin was about 36K last time I checked. I mean, obviously people bought them cheaper, but that's the average bought Bitcoin. So in the marketplace. So people would be willing to sell at a loss. And that's if we saw some more lockdowns with Corona or this and that, you never know. That new black swan event, who knows? That's the only possibility I have it with breaking under 35, 30K, going back to all-time highs. I don't see Bitcoin ever going to back to 20K. So that's my analysis. I think that this was a quick pullback, so we can see the total market cap too. And I wanted to show you guys why I thought we're going to continue up from here. So you can see this hammer right here. This hammer right here on the 4 hour. Look at what we got here. Another huge hammer, even one here. We had one here. And people thought that, and that was 17%. That was pretty much in line with what we got here. On the Bitcoin drop, at least. Actually, let me take that from the top. About 17, 19%. So this is very in line with what we're seeing here. And this is the crypto total market cap. We took a pullback. I mean, people took profits, but it got bought up so quickly. You can see this shadow got bought up so quickly. Same with here. This got bought up so quickly. This is actually almost like a perfect fractal. Look at this. I just noticed that. Look at this right here. The first drop down, and then that huge wick. We had that first drop down and then the huge wick down. And then we continued up. And we continued about 32% higher. Let me take that from the bottom wick, actually. About 50% higher. So if we go about 50% higher, and that would be in line with my Bitcoin analysis, that we keep moving up and then we get that large pullback. So around 66K, 72K, then we see that large 20, 30, 40% pullback that we saw in the Bitcoin bull market in 2017, which I am expecting. And that will maybe turn a lot of people bearish. A lot of people will probably think that's the top. Bitcoin bull market's done. But I think that's when we start moving into an alt season, and alts will start to flourish. All that money going into Bitcoin will go into Ethereum and then into altcoins. So I'm looking forward to that dip, for that consolidation for Bitcoin to go through. And let me just show you one more thing, and then I'm off. So if we go to the Meyer bands, you can see what I'm kind of talking about. Bitcoin very much overextended in 2013. And when we were in the overextended phase, we actually consolidated for 4 months. So you can see from the 4th all the way till the 10th month, actually about 5.5 months, till we pushed back up. So I think that Bitcoin's doing something very similar. We're overextending, we're going very quickly. Institutional money is pouring in, and we're going to overextend. So you can see us right here, right now. We're going to overextend and shoot up very highly. Maybe it crushes that 70 target. We have overbought area at 95K here. So maybe it goes 70K, 80K, 90K. I'm expecting it to get into the overbought. We are just tipping into there now. I'm expecting it to go to the top. And then we see that large pullback. And then we see that 3, 4, 5 months consolidation while our alts are just blowing up. That's what I'm looking for, and that's what I hope to see. So that's pretty much my quick video on the dip. Very normal dip. We might test the low, which would be normal. Something like, I don't think we'll go lower, but we might test the low and then keep working our way up. This was a perfect opportunity to buy the dip. I bought the dip, the Ethereum and Bitcoin dip. Not so much Bitcoin. I only got 1,000 units in, but I got 7,000 units in Ethereum, up $700 as of right now. That was in a few hours, or when I just woke up. I noticed I was long, so very happy about that. And then after this zone clears, like I said, I'm gonna be stacking this long. After I see, I'll break down onto smaller time frames. And this is kind of the next resistance that needs to be broken. You know, we're seeing some rejection here, and then this high. So you know how I said at the start of the video where you need to know basic market structure? Same thing with the downtrend. So I always lose this brush. So in an uptrend, I drew, this is a up market. You have the higher high, the higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Same with the down market. We have a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. For a down market and up market market structure needs to be broken. We need to break one of these zones. So in a down market, we would be breaking the lower high and making a high. And then we would be coming to make a higher low right here, higher low. And then we would be making a higher high again. And we'd be breaking this. So that's how to like just spot market structure. That's like very basic. We can, using time frame correlation and all that, you can go really deep into this. And that's how I'll add to my long. I want confirmation that this downtrend is done. And then I'll start adding to my long. I want some exposure now because I got in the dip. But when the market structure breaks and I feel like we're pushing up, I'm going to add to my Bitcoin long, to my Ethereum long. And this is a great opportunity to get alt dips here as well because alts are really well performing. So that's pretty much it. Join the Discord, subscribe, like, comment. If you have any questions, ask them away. Looking forward to doing our giveaway as well very soon. So keep stacking. We're in a bull market. Don't listen to anybody who's overly bearish. Make sure to use your stop losses and don't bet the farm. We're in a bull market. Like just, take it slow. Don't want to lose Bitcoin in a bull market, especially when we have like 100K, 200K, $300,000 targets. So like I said, if you're in doubt, just reach out. So thank you guys for watching.